My hair was stuck at the same length for about 5 or 6 years. In fact, it would grow like an inch and then I'd lose 2 inches the next year, and then it grows back and I lose it all back again. These are some of the things that I did differently and started to do to grow healthy long hair. The first change I made was to stop going to salons. Because unless you're going to a salon or to a stylist who knows how to do curly hair, it's going to do more harm than good. Because most of them don't use the right products, do not use the right techniques. They're really rough with your hair because they're just trying to get it done and move on to the next client, which ends up causing so much breakage and just heartache. So unless you find a good salon or a good stylist, I suggest you just learn how to do your own hair at home. You'll end up saving money and you will save your tears because it's honestly traumatizing.
Man, quit playing, bro. Man, quit fucking playing, bro. Man, quit fucking playing, bro.
So I suggest it's not that hard. It's actually so easy to take care of your own hair once you just get the hang of it. It's not worth paying someone else to destroy your hair. If you find a good one, a good salon or a good stylist, that's wonderful. But otherwise, I'd suggest avoid salons altogether. I also started incorporating leave-in conditioners to my hair routine, and it's been such a game changer. There's such a clear difference when I use leave-in conditioner and when I don't. It just makes my hair so much softer, so much more shiny, so much more bouncy, and it just gives it so much more life. Leave-in conditioners are amazing for hydrating your hair and keeping it moisturized throughout the week. And having soft moisturized hair is really key in preventing breakage, because if your hair is dry and brittle, it's just a lot more susceptible to breakage. So you want to keep it moisturized. So for that, I suggest invest in a good leave-in conditioner. It will be such a game changer. I also started doing DIY hair masks. Honestly, I'd say they're just as good a treatment or a deep conditioner. That's my opinion. That's what I've observed. I used to do a lot of DIY hair masks, and I occasionally still do. There's so many different types of hair masks you can find online, which is so amazing for your hair. And I'll also do a video soon showing how I make it, how I use it, and the results. So you guys can see for yourselves what it actually does for my hair and what it could do for yours. This is one you guys have probably heard of a lot, and that is oiling your hair and oiling your scalp. You can use jojoba oil, argan oil, rosemary oil, or coconut oil. Apply to your scalp and your hair 30 minutes to 2 hours before you wash your hair, and you'll notice the difference. It will make your hair so shiny, so soft, so hydrated. It's just amazing. I recommend that. And a little tip for a more intense and effective oiling technique: warm up the oil before you use it. It feels really good, and it will be so much more effective at penetrating your hair and your scalp. Oh, and I also mentioned this in my other video. Jamaican black castor oil is such a lifesaver when it comes to growing out any bald spots or any patches where you've lost a lot of hair. But I do recommend using it only on your hairline and your edges because it is quite thick. So I imagine it would cause a lot of tangling if you use it on your whole head. But for small patches on the front of your hair or the back of your hair, it's so amazing for that. So you can also add that to your oiling routine. I know it might seem counterintuitive to cut your hair when you're trying to grow it, but when you leave your split ends for a long time, they get bigger, they start going higher and end up breaking off so much more of your hair. Trimming your split ends is pretty important in allowing your hair to retain the length that grows. But this isn't something you need to worry about too often. Every 3 or so months is more than enough to do this. Something else I started being really strict with is washing my hair immediately after I'm done swimming. Because pool water has chlorine and other chemicals which are just really bad for your hair if you let them sit in your hair for long. I recommend if you're done going in the water but you're not going home immediately, to carry the hair products and wash your hair in the showers and then go about your day. If you're about to head home, that's perfectly fine, but I recommend do not go till the next day with all those chemicals in your hair. It's just really bad for your hair. So wash your hair immediately after you're done swimming. Something else I stopped doing is washing my hair when I'm about to go to bed. You do not want to go to bed with wet or damp hair, because when your hair is wet or damp, it's really delicate, so it's a lot more susceptible to breakage. So you should ideally wash your hair in the morning or early in the afternoon to give it enough time to fully dry before you go to bed. Unless you have a diffuser. If you have a diffuser, that's perfectly fine, because you'll dry your hair anyway within 30 minutes and you're good. If you're air drying your hair, you have to at least do it 4 hours before you go to bed. And on that same note, when you're done washing your hair, do not tie it up, leave it open to allow it to dry evenly and fully. You have to give your hair some time before you start to see the results. Don't be disheartened when it's been 2 months and you're not getting the length you want. Unless you're one of the lucky ones, it takes time for your hair to grow. Even when you're doing everything right, just be consistent and the length will come. And the goal is to have healthy hair anyway, because when you have healthy hair, the length comes as a byproduct. So just give it time and be consistent and trust the process. You will see the difference when you take before and after pictures in like a year. If you'd like 10 more tips, you can check out this video if you haven't already. Otherwise, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.